Underwriting support from Associated Lightning Rod, Route 22 in Millerton, installing lightning protection for homes and businesses for well over 50 years. 518-789-4603, ALRCI.com on the web. Sagala Turnkey Housing, Route 7 in Canaan, an authorized independent builder for Westchester Modular Homes, 860-824-0019, Sagalas.com. Roaring Oaks Florist in Lakeville, Connecticut, unique designs with personal attention, RoaringOaksFlorist.com. Dave's TV, Route 44 in Millerton, New York, everything for home entertainment, video, audio, satellite TV, 518-789-3881, davestv.net. McEnroe Organic Farm Market, Route 22 in Millerton, open year-round, 7 days a week, 518-789-4191, McEnroeOrganicFarm.com. Northeast Muffler, Route 22 in Millerton, New York, 518-789-3669. On Facebook, Northeast Muffler.
Cut my bangs with some rusty kitchen scissors. I screamed his name till the neighbors called the cops. I numbed the pain, the expense of my liver. Don't know what I did next, all I know is I couldn't stop. Word got around to the barflies and the Baptists. My mama's phone started ringing off the hook. I can hear her now saying she ain't gonna have it. Don't matter how you feel, it only matters how you look. Go and fix your makeup, girl, it's just don't break the front and hide your crazy and start acting like a lady. Cause I raised you better, gotta keep it together even when you fall apart. This ain't my mama's broken heart. Wish I could be just a little less dramatic, like a Kennedy when Camelot went down in flames. Leave it to me to be holding the matches when the fire trucks show up and there's nobody else to blame. Can't get revenge, keep a spotless reputation. Sometimes revenge is a choice you've gotta make. My mama came from a softer generation where you get a grip and bite your lip just to save a little face. Go and fix your makeup, girl, it's just a breakup running. Hide your crazy and start acting like a lady. Cause I raised you better, gotta keep it together even when you fall apart. This ain't my mama's broken heart. Powder your nose, paint your toes, line your lips and keep them clean. Cross your legs, dot your eyes and never let them see it. Go and fix your makeup, well it's just a breakup running. Hide your crazy and start acting like a lady. Cause I raised you better, gotta keep it together even when you fall apart. This ain't my mama's broken heart.
Good morning. It's a Sunday in the country. I'm Marshall Miles. Nice to have you along with us. Right off the bat, we've got a couple of things to talk about. There's a couple of pancake breakfasts going on. Dover Plains, the Veterans of Foreign Wars Auxiliary to Post 5444 has their pancake breakfast going on today at the VFW post on Route 22 from 7:30 to 11. It's their final one of the year. And in Millerton, New York, their final pancake breakfast of the year is going on this morning. It is at the post located on Route 44 in Millerton, New York, and that runs once again this morning from 7 o'clock to 11 o'clock. So if you're hungry, this is definitely the morning to be hungry and go out there and get your fill of chow.
Lots rolling wheels and shifting gears round that Jersey turnpike. Barney stopped me with his gun 10 minutes after midnight. Said, sir, you broke the limit in this rusty old truck. I don't know about that accent, son. Just where did you come from? I said, where I come from, it's cornbread and chicken. Where I come from, a lot of front porch sitting. Where I come from, trying to make a living and working hard to get to heaven. Where I come from. I south of Detroit City, I pulled in this country kitchen. Try their brand of barbecue, the sign said finger licking. Well, I paid the tab and the lady asked me how'd I like my biscuit. I'll be honest with you, ma'am, it ain't like mama fixed it. Cause where I come from, it's cornbread and chicken. Where I come from, a lot of front porch picking. Where I come from, trying to make a living and working hard to get to heaven. Where I come from. I was chasing sun on 101 somewhere around Ventura. I lost a universal joint and I had to use my finger. This tall lady stopped and asked if I had plans for dinner. Said, no thanks, ma'am, back home we like the girls that sing soprano. Cause where I come from, it's cornbread and chicken. Where I come from, a lot of front porch sitting. Where I come from, trying to make a living and working hard to get to heaven. Where I come from. I was heading home on 65 somewhere around Kentucky when the CB rang for the bobtail rig. It's rolling on like thunder. Well, I answered him and he asked me, aren't you from out in Tulsa? No, but you might have seen me there. Just dropped a load of salsa. Where I come from, it's cornbread and chicken. Where I come from, a lot of front porch picking. Where I come from, trying to make a living and working hard to get to heaven. Where I come from, yes, cornbread and chicken. Where I come from, a lot of back porch picking. Where I come from, trying to make a living and working hard to get to heaven. Where I come from, where I come from, yeah, where I come from, a lot of front porch sitting, staring up at heaven. Where I come from, where I come from, trying to make a living.
It's Sunday in the Country. I'm Marshall Miles. Thanks for joining us today. A quick reminder that, we have lots of different programs on Robin Hood Radio, and you can hear them all whenever you want to. How's that possible? It's our on-demand page. That's right. Every show we do is put up on our on-demand page, so you can listen to it anytime. You can subscribe to it, so when a new one comes up, you can hear it. How can you do that? Very, very simply. You can go to our website, robinhoodradio.com, and click on Demand, and there you go. All the shows are listed right there. You pick out the shows you want to listen to. You can subscribe to them right from our own page or else from iTunes as well. So it's all there for you. You can have Robin Hood Radio on demand, the shows you want when you want them, by going to robinhoodradio.com and clicking on Demand. Programming and underwriting support from the Kent Chamber of Commerce, presenting Meet, Play, Flow, 7 days of wellness, Thursday, April 4th through Wednesday, April 10th. A unique wellness event, week-long promotions, and a weekend full of body, soul, and uplifting events. On the web, kentct.com.
Hi, my name is Jonathan B., and I moved to this area about 3 years ago. And when I discovered Robin Hood Radio, I discovered my home.
To show your support for the nation's smallest NPR affiliate, you can do it one of three ways. You can go online, robinhoodradio.com, click on Make a Donation. You can mail a check, address it to WHCD 67 Main Street, Sharon, Connecticut, 06069. Make the check payable to Tri-State Public Communications. Or you can phone in a credit card request at 860-364-4640. 11 minutes past the hour.
you kissed me the way you've always done, like the first time you were with me, and my heart just came undone. Lying here this morning, boy, I know you're still the one. I fell in love again last night. You keep doing everything just right. You're the reason my heart keeps beating, and every morning it keeps repeating. I fell in love again last night. We were talking about some future plans and how far we've come together since the night it all began. Then you reached out to touch me, and guess what happened then? I fell in love again last night. You keep doing everything just right. You're the reason my heart keeps beating, and every morning it keeps repeating. I fell in love again last night. In love again last night. I fell in love again last night.
WHTD Robin Hood Radio, Sunday in the Country with Marshall Miles. Thanks for joining us. Besides the two final pancake breakfasts going on in Millerton and in Dover Plains this morning, the fourth annual Tri-State Mini Maker Fair is being held at the Hotchkiss School today. It runs from 10 until 3 p.m. inside and outside of the Griswold Whitney Science Building. It's accessible and open to everybody. Doesn't matter what age or what your abilities are. You can get there and you can have some fun today. Fun? Well, let's get a couple more songs going. Here's Elvis Presley.
When no one else can understand me, when everything I do is wrong, you give me hope and consolation. You give me strength to carry on. And you're always there to lend a hand in everything I do. As the wonder of you. Wonder of you. And when you smile, the world is brighter. You touch my hand and I'm a king. Your kiss to me is worth a fortune. Your love for me is everything. I guess I'll never know the reason why you love me as you do. That's the wonder of you.
It's Sunday in the Country. I'm Marshall Miles. Good morning. Thanks for joining us. Lots of great music on the way and lots of great features also coming up. But a reminder, though, you can find me, you can find Jill Goodman and a whole bunch of other people Monday through Friday on, that's right, The Breakfast Club. We are on from 6 till 9 o'clock in the morning. 6 to 7 every morning is on Facebook Live. So if you go to Facebook and RobinHoodRadio.com, WHDD, you can find us broadcasting live on Facebook from 6 to 7 every morning, Monday through Friday. And, of course, the last 2 hours of the show, you can get on the radio or on TuneIn as well. So join us. It's a little different than what you hear today. That is The Breakfast Club on Robin Hood Radio, Monday through Friday from 6 till 9. Programming at Underwing Sport from the Mahawi and Great Barrington, presenting Jazz from Chick Corea Trio with Brian Blade and John Petrucci on Sunday, April 14th at 7 p.m. More information is available at mahawi.org. It's 18 past the hour.
Here's your Robin Hood Radio Tri-State forecast. Today, we'll have sunshine, then more afternoon clouds, but mild, highs about 70, and then cloudy tonight with showers developing, lows in the lower 50s, and a mainly cloudy day from Monday, but remaining mild with scattered showers around, highs again near 70. I'm meteorologist Anthony J. for Robin Hood Radio.
39 degrees at Robin Hood Radio.
Spend an awful lot of time in Massachusetts. Seems like every other week you've got a meeting waiting there. Business must be booming, or could something else be moving in the air up there? You say that it's important for our future. An executive on his way up has got to play the part. And each time duty calls, you gotta give it all. You've got with all your heart. When whoever's in New England's through with you, and Boston finds better things to do, you know it's not too late, 'cause you'll always have a place to come back to. When whoever's in New England's through with you. I hear the winter time up north can last forever, and I've been told it's beautiful to see this time of year. They say the snow can blind you till the world you left behind just disappears. I hear I've packed your bags and left them in the hallway, but before you leave again, there's just one thing you ought to know. When the icy wind blows through you, remember that it's me who feels so cold most of all. When whoever's in New England's through with you, oh, in Boston finds better things to do, oh, you know it's not too late.
Reba McEntire. Anyways, hello everybody. Thanks for joining us today. Marshall Miles in the air chair. This year's Spring Splash is today at the Town Grove in Lakeville, benefiting the Jane Lloyd Fund and the Housatonic FFA John Rice Scholarship Fund. Registration begins at 12 noon. It's a big fundraiser for the Jane Lloyd Fund. We hope to see as many of you folks out there as possible. Reminder, don't forget, we've got those pancake breakfasts going on this morning. Final one of the season for the Millerton Post 178, running from 7 to 11, and the final one for the VFW Post in Dover Plains, running from 7:30 until 11. Get out there and support your posts and have a breakfast you don't have to cook.
We got Tennessee moonshine, chicken and beer. The band's in the barn and the gang's all here. Just park your car down by the corn. If you're looking for a good time, honk your horn. Bring your dog, call all your friends, send a shout out to your next of kin. Tell them I'll come just as you are. We're getting down on the farm. Come on, everybody, gotta move your body to the bombshell stomp, bombshell stomp. Kick up your boots and get back to your roots, to the bombshell stomp, bombshell stomp. Stomp to the right, stomp to the left. Shake your booty, step, step, step. Grab yourself a cute guy, honey, don't be shy. Everybody romp to the bombshell stomp. There's no excuse for an empty cup. Keep 'em all full till the sun comes up. If you get too hot down by the fire, take a roll in the hay if you so desire. There's a million stars in the sky tonight. That old full moon is a beautiful sight. Shake, shake, shake it till the cows come home. Rocking it all night long. Come on, everybody, gotta move your body to the bombshell stomp. Bombshell stomp. Kick up your boots and get back to your roots, to the bombshell stomp. Bombshell stomp. Stomp to the right, stomp to the left. Shake your booty, step, step, step. Grab yourself a cute guy, honey, don't be shy. Everybody romp to the bombshell stomp.
The barn is on fire. Hey, y'all, seriously, the barn really is on fire. Come on, everybody, gotta move your body to the bombshell stomp, bombshell stomp. Kick up your boots and get back to your roots, to the bombshell stomp, bombshell stomp.
Come on, everybody, gotta move your body to the bombshell stomp, bombshell stomp. Kick up your boots and get back to your roots at the bombshell stomp, bombshell stomp. Come on, everybody, gotta move your body to the bombshell stomp, bombshell stomp. Kick up your boots and get back to your roots at the bombshell stomp, bombshell stomp. You got to stomp to the right, stomp to the left. Shake your booty, step, step, step. Grab yourself a cute guy, honey, don't be shy. Everybody romp to the bombshell stomp. Yeah.
Marshall Miles along with you here on Robert Hood Radio. And did you know, listeners out there, that you can find Robert Hood Radio on the Robert Hood Radio Network throughout the tri-state region? That's right. We're on so many different radio stations on our network that you can get us whether you're in Massachusetts, New York, or Connecticut. In Connecticut, listen to WHDD AM 1020 or FM 91.9. Now, when you're in South County, Massachusetts, you can listen to WBSL FM 91.7. Now, when you're in New York State, adjacent Eastern New York, very close to us, well, then you listen to, of course, WHD FM 91.9. But also, if you live in New York and you travel in New York and you're in Columbia County, Southern Greene County, Northern Dutchess County, Eastern Ulster, Eastern Windham counties in New York, well, you can listen to us on WLHV FM 88.1 1. And this is the special bonus. For you folks that live on the Route 22 corridor from north of Millerton down to Pauling, and for you folks that listen to us and want to listen to us from Mohawk Mountain Ski Area down Route 7 to Kent, a brand new frequency, 97.5 FM. So we've got you covered. They're all great frequencies. They're all crystal clear, and you can carry us throughout the tri-state region here at Robin Hood Radio. Robin Hood Radio, 27 minutes after the hour.
Here's your Robin Hood Radio Tri-State forecast. Today, we'll have sunshine, then more afternoon clouds, but mild, highs about 70, and then cloudy tonight with showers developing, lows in the lower 50s, and a mainly cloudy day from Monday, but remaining mild with scattered showers around, highs again near 70. I'm meteorologist Anthony J. for Robin Hood Radio.
39 degrees at Robin Hood Radio.
It's hard to put your finger on the map, exactly at the place you started looking back, and wishing you had gone another way. If only you had said the things you couldn't say, but who's to say? There comes a time when you got to let go and put your trust in something you don't know. There's someplace better you've never been to. You got to let go and let love carry you. Love will carry you. It's hard to find the words to ask for help, especially when you're used to caring for yourself. You've done the heavy lifting on your own, and I have come to tell you now, you're not alone. You're not alone. Not alone. There comes a time when you got to let go and put your trust in something you don't know. There's someplace better you've never been to. You got to let go and let love carry you. Love will carry you. Will be here whenever you call. I will catch you no matter how far you There comes a time when you got to let go and put your trust in something you don't know. There's someplace better you've never been to. You got to let go and let love carry you.
Right now, joining us here on Robin Hood Radio is John Stephanopoulos, who one of the four brothers, the brothers from Four Brothers Pizza, but of course, also more recently for the drive-in behind Four Brothers in Amenia, New York, which is celebrating, I can't believe this, if it's right, its 5th anniversary. Is that right, John?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's our 5th anniversary coming up. We started in 2013, and we just, 2013 is when we opened the drive-in, and then we really went digital and official in 2014. But we've been thinking about it for a long time. But we're happy that it's that we're through the 5th year here.
Well, what's interesting about this is you brought retro back to being positive, because your drive-in really has become almost not only an attraction for local people, but for people that long to go to drive in. So it's become a tourist attraction as well.
Yeah, it's we've realized, I think in our 2nd year, we started tracking and noticing that there's a lot of license plates coming from different states, and that's when we at the ticket booth we started sort of getting data and figuring out where everyone's coming from, and we realized that we were pulling from really far away, and people loved the idea, and we're really happy with how it was going. So, it's turned out to be something that we didn't expect at all.
Now, when is your official grand opening, where you're going to have all the proceeds that benefit the Amenia Fire Department?
So that's April 19th. It's coming up pretty soon here. But what we do every year in the beginning of our season is we try to give back as much as we can to the community, and so all ticket sales from that night, April 19th, are going to the Amenia Fire Company. We've done that for the last 3 years.
All right. Now, you are open now, though, right now, especially on the weekends, right?
Yeah, that's right. Just Fridays and Saturdays. We try to get people in, on the early season here. So we're not fully functional, but our snack bar, which we're redoing, and all the other amenities that we worked on over the winter are going to be pretty much done by April 19th, so that we can start going 7 nights.
It's nice too, because the better weather we get this early, the better, the quicker you can get all that work done and finished on all the improvements. And that's another thing, John. We're speaking with John Stephanopoulos, Four Brothers Drive-In, Four Brothers Pizza, the restaurants also, of course, the Millerton Inn. I can go on and on and on, but we're talking about the drive-in today in Amenia. And you know what I've noticed, and it's what every business does. We've done it here at the radio station. If you're going to survive, you really change and put improvements in almost every year that you've been open.
Yeah, so that's kind of, it's like our artist palette here. So we've tried to we just don't see it as a finished product ever, and our minds are constantly sort of working on it. My brother and I, my cousins as well, Eleni, Paul. We've been working on different concepts throughout the wintertime when it's closed, and we just don't stop when it comes to trying to improve it and making it a place that you can really have a great time. We travel a lot throughout the world, and we always see different things and ideas like, hey, this could really work here in Amenia. And it's I think that sort of culture that we try to embrace throughout the world, and the Americana theme, and kind of what people were experiencing back in the 50s and 60s at the height of the drive-in. We've tried to kind of reinvent it for today's world, and we've added our little twist to it. Fun fact is that we had never been to a drive-in before we opened, so it was kind of an untainted view. But we love to kind of keep it going and have different ideas working every year. And this year we have a couple of different things that we've are going to introduce that haven't really been introduced to drive-ins before, so we're excited.
Well, yeah, we're speaking once again with John Stephanopoulos, Four Brothers Drive-In. I think one of the interesting things that you're adding here in your amenities, and that is your Airstream. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah. So our theme has always been play, eat, drink. It's kind of, it embodies what our vision has been for the drive-in. It's about food. It's about a good time. It's about the movies. It's about bringing people together and doing it well. And so we've kind of added a dimensional sort of experience to the theater by realizing that people that are coming from far away had been asking us, hey, is there a place where we can stay overnight? And we'd really like to sleep nearby, but really on the property. And they would bring their camping gear and tents. And so we were all about it, and we kind of encouraged it, actually. And what we realized is, hey, we said let's kind of bring in a really cool part to this theater, which is the sleep aspect. So it's play, eat, drink, and now sleep, which would be basically you can come over as a family, or if it's a date, or if it's your husband and wife, or whatever it may be. and you can sort of stay overnight in our boutique camper, which is an Airstream. It's a 1983 Airstream, and it sleeps 4. Hot water, showers, you name it. It's designed super well in our eyes. It's sort of bohemian escape, and there's a patio deck. There's a jacuzzi in the works. There's lounge chairs, a hammock. You name it. It's pretty loaded, and it's a really cool experience to sort of add to the drive-in. But it's not limited just to the drive-in. It's for people that are just looking to also get an escape and kind of maybe come out of the city and stay sort of in a pretty unique area. And we want it to be sort of for the town as well, where people can rent a bike, and actually the package comes with bikes, so you're able to use the 4 bikes that we have and go on the bike trails and enjoy other towns as well nearby, and sort of that was our thought process behind it. So we're excited to introduce it this year and see what it comes up with.
I think it's great. It's an Airstream trailer. And now, to me, the early 80s doesn't sound that long ago because I'm so old, but it really, the Airstream trailer, I think what's nice about it is it's something totally different and unique. So if people want to come and visit the area, catch a movie, they want to catch a movie, it's great. But you're right. You're right next to all the rail trails with the biking. You've got Hotchkiss Golf. You've got plenty of golf courses. There's plenty of summer activities for people to do. Now,
absolutely.
Now, for people to use that and to set up rental dates and stuff, is that the same web address as playeatdrink.com, or what web address would they go to?
So for that, you can go through playeatdrink.com, and that is the drive-in's website, which will sort of link everything together. But the direct site is hotelcaravana.com, and that's spelled with a C. So CARAVANA, hotelcaravana.com, and you can book directly through there. And the rates sort of change and fluctuate depending on the type of stay that you're looking to do, how long it is, and the season time period, sort of.
All right, we're speaking once again about the Four Brothers Drive-In, which is in Amenia, New York, and it's going to be opening for the season with their grand opening on April 19th. They are right now showing movies on the weekend, but the grand opening is April 19th, which will benefit the Amenia Fire Department. Our guest is John Stephanopoulos. Now, John, one thing that I think that we'll talk a little business now, and the interesting thing about we talked about how you've become a tourist attraction. And, Dutchess County really now is having a lot of movies filmed in it. You have, as a family, have helped make the eastern part of Dutchess County a tourist attraction, not only with your restaurants, not only with the inn in Millerton, but now with this. I mean, what do you see for Dutchess County, the different trends in Dutchess County?
What we've realized is people are sort of enjoying coming up to our area and treating it sort of as an escape. And I think that if you really identify all the beautiful parts that are in the Hudson Valley and Dutchess County especially, you'll realize that it is exactly that. It's a wonderful escape into the countryside, and it has all these wonderful restaurants, not just our own, of course, and there's tons of other people that are doing really great work in our area. And I think it's a hidden gem, and you'll realize that through people that are sort of bringing their businesses to the next level. It's a pretty cultural experience as you're coming through the Hudson Valley. It's naturally beautiful. It's from the farmland and from all the different things that you could actually enjoy here. It's pretty unique. And what we realized with the drive-in on our end is that people really enjoy coming together, and it's harder to do so in certain parts of the city. I mean, you kind of have it's not a one-track mind, but I'd say, there's a lot to do. But in the Hudson Valley, there's that open space, there's the freedom of that space, and so I think people have really used the drive-in, for instance, in our case, to the advantage of being able to bring larger parties together, their families together, and kind of enjoy a really unique experience. Because a lot of the times now in the hospitality industry especially, it's all about the experience, and it's not so much about maybe the food anymore as it is about kind of the atmosphere and what you're able to do there and accomplish there. So we're happy with how things are going. And as a revitalization, I think, in the area, we've noticed that sort of Main Street America is coming back. Boutique shops are becoming popular. And it's because of the talented people, I think, in our area.
You know, we're speaking with John Stephanopoulos. You're not old enough to know this, but I'm old enough and been around here long enough. There used to be a movie theater in Amenia. There used to be a movie theater where On the Run is in Lakeville. I think the movie theater in Amenia is right around where the garage is now and the library. And there used to be drive-in theaters in Canaan and Torrington and all over the place. And you really are riding the wave of, are more drive-ins popping up like yours across the country?
There's definitely a resurgence of drive-ins coming back throughout the country. Absolutely, we were the newest opening of a drive-in from the ground up. We didn't reopen. We weren't an old drive-in, but there are older drive-ins that are reopening, and they had gone dark, making the transition from the old reels and going into digital was really expensive. So that was a hard transition, and a lot of the drive-ins were notorious for being sort of old and let go and not cool anymore. So our angle was we wanted to do all the opposite and kind of make it cool and fun and not so much even about the movie as it is about as we talked about, the experience and what you're able to accomplish there on our grounds. So there is a definite drive-in resurgence. Even in Nashville, there's actually a drive-in slated to open, I think, later this year. That's massive, and it's actually in the Dome. So there is a resurgence of not only with drive-ins, but I think in America, across America, the whole Main Street movement, which is bringing back kind of what was old and forgotten, new again. So.
You know, what's interesting about this also is most cars now are equipped with incredible sound systems. And I think that also is a big difference when you can go to watch the movie at your drive-in, because I'm pretty sure you just tell people where to tune and they use their own sound systems.
Yeah, so the way it works at our theater is that it's kind of multi-dimensional. You can listen to it through your car stereo by tuning into 104.5, our radio station, or you can kind of enjoy the ambient sound with our outdoor speakers. So you don't really need a radio there. If you don't have a radio, we can give you one, and you could just tune in from that. Or you can now download an app that you can tune into our Bluetooth and have it come right through your phone.
It's really amazing. We live in amazing times, John. I'll tell you that. Well, once again, Four Brothers Drive-In in Amenia, their grand opening day is April 19th, even though they're open now with movies on the weekend. And that grand opening, all the proceeds from the ticket sales will go to benefit the Amenia Fire Department. You can find out about the hotel at the Airstream trailer and all the information at playeatdrink.com on the web. John, thanks for taking a few minutes and joining us, and welcome back, because it's a true sign of summer when you open up for the season.
Yeah, thank you very much. We appreciate that.
Standing at the back door, she tried to make it fast. One tear hit the hardwood, it fell like broken glass. She said sometimes love slips away and you just can't get it back. Let's face it. For one split second, she almost turned around, but that would be like pouring raindrops back into a cloud. So she took another step, said I see the way out, and I'm gonna take it. I don't wanna spend my life jaded, waiting to wake up one day and find that I let all these years go by wasted. Another glass of whiskey, but it still the pain. So he stumbles to the sink and pours it down the drain. He said, it's time to be a man and stop living for yesterday. Gotta face it. 'Cause I don't wanna spend my life jaded, waiting to wake up one day and find that I let all these years go by wasted. Oh, I don't wanna keep on wishing, missing the still of the morning, the color of the night. I ain't spending no more time wasted. She kept driving along till the moon and the sun were floating side by side. He looked in the mirror and his eyes were clear for the first time in a while. Yeah. Oh, I don't wanna spend my life jaded, waiting to wake up one day and find that I let all these years go by wasted. Oh, I don't wanna keep on wishing, missing the still of the morning, the color of the night. I ain't spending no more time wasted.
Carrie Underwood here on Robin Hood Radio. Nice to have you folks along this morning. I'm going to take a little time to talk about some of the things that are going on today that you might be interested in going to. First things first, the pancake breakfast going on this morning. Post 178 in Millerton, New York, having their final one of the season. It is being held today from 7 to 11 at the Post on Route 44. Pancakes, French toast, syrup, sausage, bacon, eggs, home fries, toast, coffee, hot chocolate, and tea. You can eat in or take out. It's $8 for adults, $6 for children 12 and under and seniors. Proceeds there go to support multiple Legion projects and initiatives, including children's activities and the Post-Wounded Warrior Fund, which assists local veterans in need. Now, also a pancake breakfast is going on this morning in Dover Plains. The Veterans of Foreign Wars Auxiliary to Harlem Valley Post 5444, holding their breakfast today from 7:30 to 11 at the VFW Post on Route 22. $8 for adults, $7 for seniors, $5 for children 12 and under. Their menu: eggs, pancakes, hash, bacon, sausage, home fries, toast, coffee, and juice. Those are just a couple of the things going on early this morning. A little later on today, beginning this morning, 4th Annual Tri-State Mini Maker Fair is being held at the Hotchkiss School. That is happening today from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m. inside and outside of the Griswold Whitney Science Building. The fair is accessible and open to all ages and abilities. More information, tristate.makerfair.com. or the Eventbrite page, which is at tinyurl.com/Y9GYBXHB. Man, good luck. Good luck with that, huh? Wow. All right. Hey, going on today is also the annual Spring Splash, 15th annual, happening today at the Town Grove in Lakeville, Connecticut. It benefits the Jane Lloyd Fund and the Housatonic Valley Regional High School FFA John Rice Scholarship Fund. Now, the event really is pretty amazing to see. And actually, with the warm weather today, you never can tell. The water's still cold, by the way. The funds get split between both the John Rice Scholarship Fund and the Jane Lloyd Fund. And registration is at 12 noon. So this might be something that you might want to do. Maybe this is the year you finally say, you know what? I've heard about this all along. I've heard about it. And you know what? I'm going to try it. Well, anyways, there's some of the things going on in and around our tri-state region today as we continue on. Sunday in the Country. This is Robin Hood Radio and the Robin Hood Radio Network.
Well, it's Friday, getting tore up. Going down to the river in the back of Fred's truck. Remember one time you said it was alright. Go get juice down by the riverbed tonight. Oh, it's late now, and I gotta get you home. Your mama don't like me and you being alone. Asked you a couple of times, you said it was alright. Rooting round the riverbed tonight. Tell me that you love me, if it's true. I don't want no one, baby, if I can't have you. This Oklahoma breakdown, it sure do got you crying. So let me tell you that I love you one more time. Well, it's Friday and we're done getting tore up. Leaving the river in the back of Fred's truck. Asked you a couple of times, you said it was alright. Go get juice by the riverbed tonight. Tell me that you love me, if it's true. I don't want no one, girl, if I can't have you. It's Oklahoma breakdown, it sure do got you crying. So let me tell you that I love you one more time. Well, it's late now, and I finally got you home. Your daddy don't like me and you being alone. So wake up now, let's kiss you goodnight. Yeah, the river can wait for another night. Tell me that you love me, oh, if it's true. I don't want no one, baby, if I can't have you. This Oklahoma breakdown, I know it's got you crying. So let me tell you that I love you one more time. Tell me that you love me, if it's true. I don't want no one, baby, if I can't have you. This Oklahoma breakdown, I know it's got you crying. So let me tell you that I love you one more time. Let me tell you that I love you one more time. Let me tell you that I love you one more time. Thank you very much, everybody.
Robin Hood Radio on Sunday in the Country with Marshall Miles. You know, we've been talking about things going on today in our tri-state region. A reminder that next week is a way you can celebrate your library. Next week is National Library Week. It's an annual celebration highlighting libraries. And in Kent, the Kent Memorial Library is celebrating in a lot of different ways. Actually, beginning today from 3 till 5, they have a Health and Creativity 2-hour workshop that gives insight into perspectives that health is more than just the absence of illness. Now, coming up tomorrow at 6:30, they have the big wrap-up to the PEEP contest. Judging starts at 6:30. All entries must be received, and good luck with that. Coming up on Tuesday at 10:30 at the library, Rhyme and Rhythm. Sing-alongs, finger plays, puppets, and more. This is for kids ages 0 through 3 with a caregiver. No registration is necessary, and it's not a drop-off event. And coming up on Tuesday from 12 to 3, Kent Knitters. You can knit with all levels of knitters in the reading room. Drop-ins are welcome. It's from 12 until 3, Kent Knitters. Knit with all levels of knitters in the reading room. All right? Okay. So National Library Week. All right? That is what we're facing in the next week. I can still remember getting my first library card at the Hotchkiss Library in Sharon. Wow. I think it was a yellow card. Well, anyways, good morning, everybody, and welcome to another Sunday.
She's the last girl I thought I'd ever see here. But there stands a preacher's daughter holding a beer. A tattoo of an angel on the small of her back. How cool is that? She probably don't remember me, it's been a long, long time. About then she turned around, kinda stared at me and smiled. She said, I had the hearts for you in Sunday school class. Now tell me, how cool is that? A hot summer night when the stars line up and everything feels just right. How cool is knowing inside that I'm the one she's looking at with that look in her eye. Still seeing her, what's his name? She said, has it really been that long? No, a lot of things have changed. She brushed her hair back and said, let's not talk about the past. How cool is that? How cool is a hot summer night when the stars line up and everything feels just right. How cool is knowing inside that I'm the one she's looking at with that look in her eye. Looking at with that look in her eye. She's the last girl I thought I'd ever see here. But there stands a preacher's daughter holding a beer.
Robin Hood Radio is WHDD AM and FM Sharon, WBSL FM Sheffield, and WLHV FM Annandale on Hudson.
It is time once again here on Robin Hood Radio to bring in Willie Hallahan. SportingAcause.com is the website that goes over just a whole myriad of events that are sports related that are fundraisers. Willie, good to speak to you again today.
Likewise, Marshall. Happy spring, I think.
Well, yeah, it is. Up on the hill where I lived, we got about an inch or 2 inches of fluffy snow on the surfaces, but it's all gone now, thank gosh.
Yep. And the sun's out. It's going to hit close to 70 today, and life is good.
Well, speaking about close to 70 today, we were just talking about this before we got on the air. The Spring Splash is today.
Yes, it is. It's the last cold water event on my calendar. There are lots of water-related jump in the cold water events throughout the cold months, the winter months. But the Spring Splash over at the Grove in Lakeville, it benefits two very worthy causes: the Jane Lloyd Fund, which most people know about, which provides funding for people who have been diagnosed with cancer and because of the treatments and so forth can't work. It helps with their living expenses, and it's a very popular cause in our area and largely embraced by people for those very good reasons. But they split the proceeds from this event with the John Rice Housatonic FFA Alumni Scholarship Fund, which is also very very worthy. And that's something anybody listening to this broadcast now can make it to the Spring Splash. The registration is at noon. A lot of people sign up ahead of time, but you can just go there and sign up at noon to participate. They ask for a $25 donation or pledges if you've gone around to your neighbors and said, I'm going to splash if you give me some money. And then the splash itself is at 1 in the afternoon. But I suggest you get there. Once everything's all organized, the splash itself doesn't take very long. Groups of people, like there'll be groups from all of the private schools, Berkshire School, Salisbury Boys School, Hotchkiss, all send buses. There'll be Housatonic kids there, and they each jump in as a group and jump out, and it's fun to watch. But they go in one after another, and it doesn't take very long, the actual event. So if you want to come and watch, get there before 1, because if you get there about 10 after, quarter after, you might have missed it. I wrote my blog about it this week. Even if you're not prone to jumping into cold water, but you just want to go and be a participant, you can certainly go watch, make a donation. They're accepting donations whether you splash or not, and it's just a very worthwhile cause for sure. Also today, there was a hand-in-hand 5K run over on the walkway over the Hudson this morning. That's probably just about wrapping up as we speak. And that was organized by Maplebrook School, and it benefits Panici Family Foundation, which operates through the Mid-Hudson Regional Hospital Network. And it addresses children with a variety of conditions, including autism and a bunch of other conditions. And this is April is World Autism Month, so it's coordinated with that. And I know I talk more about events than causes, but on my website they weigh equally in my mind. The calendars are full of sporting events, but they're also full of causes too. And my blogs tend to reflect more information about the causes. And autism, people might not realize this, but over the last decade or so, the diagnoses of autism have almost tripled. It used to be, say a dozen years ago, 1 in 150 children were diagnosed with autism. It's down to 1 in 59 now. And that doesn't necessarily mean that their triple, autism has increased by that much, but the diagnosis, our ability to diagnose is probably increased. But anyway, it's a major issue, and the hand-in-hand walk helps in their way to address that in our area. Today is the next to the last ham shoot over at the Northwest Connecticut Rod and Gun Club. They start shooting at 11. It's a fun event, family event. They get a lot of people turn out for this, by the way. And next weekend will be the last one. It's the weekend before Easter. That wraps up the shoot, and they have an Easter egg hunt for the little ones at the end of the shoot. So if you got little ones, next weekend might be the next Sunday would be the time to go to the ham shoot. And then today is a spring splash. So we've got a lot going on. Also, just not incidentally, because I like to shed light on some of the sponsors. There are three organizations that do a lot for the Spring Splash. And one is Dino's Pizza, Harney and Sons Tea, and the Salisbury Volunteer Ambulance Crew. They're very instrumental in making sure that the Spring Splash is a success.
We're lucky around here because businesses tie on to events like this.
Yeah, they do,
and really do help
and
promote.
not only that, but they do more than their share, I would say. I'm not sure that's the right way to put it, but small town businesses get hit up all the time for causes. I know there's some of the larger businesses, White Hart, for example, and restaurants and so forth. They get multiple solicitations a day for causes, some local, some in the surrounding area, and they're faced with the decision-making process. I mean, who do I fund? You can't help everybody. So some have a cause, and that's all that they donate to, and they put all of their resources, their donation resources, into one cause. Others try to do a little bit for everybody, but clearly the small-town businesses get hit up more than anybody else, and I try as best I can on my website to shed light on those businesses because they deserve it. They never get enough credit. I mean, it's not like it's advertising for them because they never seem to get the recognition for all that they do. So I try to do my little part for that. Now, and then next weekend it's a final egg, the final ham shoot with the Easter egg hunt afterwards, ham and egg, I guess you could call it. And then after that, the weekend of Easter, there's not much going on. There's a Bring on the Heat 5K in Bethlehem, and there's the Ride One Rally down at Lime Rock Park. This is a new event. It's a motorcycle rally that starts at various locations in the state and ends up at Lime Rock Park. And I forget the cause. It's a very worthwhile cause. I just slipped my mind. I know. It's the Michael J. Fox Foundation for Parkinson Research. That's the main cause of Lime Rock Park. Lime Rock also helps about a dozen local causes, but the Michael J. Fox Foundation is their main charity. And that happens on Saturday the 20th. And then we're into May, and things really explode in the beginning of May. Just to give you an example, on May 4th, that's a Saturday, I have 6 events on that day alone, and there are 10 events for the weekend. They include the beginning of the golf tournament season. There are a bunch of runs. There's a softball tournament. There's the event for the Kentucky Derby social in Canaan, and actually it's at Noble this year. So they're all, that, and from there on, the calendar just explodes with all kinds of events. So we've got the last of the lull coming up, and then all heck breaks loose with events as spring takes hold.
Well, we're set for spring, I can tell you that.
Yes, we are. We're ready. People are ready. People are ready to get their golf clubs out. They're ready to run in races in their running shorts instead of sweatsuits. And everybody's ready.
It's and for Lime Rock to be open really is a sign that, hey, spring is here. The big thing will be the Sharon Daycare when they have their road race.
Yes,
that really shows you that you're into spring and summer, even though some days we've had sleet on that.
And that's one of the Sharon Classic is one of those events on the 4th. So it's too bad when you think about it that there are all these worthy fun events and worthy causes, and they tend to bunch up. There are only so many weekends, in the season, and so events tend to cluster into a few. And the Sharon Classic is one of those for May 4th, but there are other ones too. And there are actually some events that people can do more than one. Like you can go to a softball tournament, or you can go to the Kentucky Derby Social, and also participate in a run. So it behooves you, if you're interested, to go to the calendars on Sporting a Cause and check it out.
Willie, we will check with you next week.
Okay, Marshall. Thank you so much, as always.
Underwriting support from Associated Lightning Rod, Route 22 in Millerton, installing lightning protection for homes and businesses for well over 50 years. 518-789-4603, ALRCI.com on the web. Sagala Turnkey Housing, Route 7 in Canaan, an authorized independent builder for Westchester Modular Homes. 860-824-0019, Sagalas.com. Roaring Oaks Florist in Lakeville, Connecticut. Unique designs with personal attention. RoaringOaksFlorist.com. Dave's TV, Route 44 in Millerton, New York. Everything for home entertainment, video, audio, satellite TV. 518-789-3881. Dave'sTV.net. McEnroe Organic Farm Market, Route 22 in Millerton, open year-round, 7 days a week. 518-789-4191. McEnroeOrganicFarm.com. Northeast Muffler, Route 22 in Millerton, New York. 518-789-3669. On Facebook, Northeast Muffler.
Never dreamed that it would end this way. Shattered pieces of my broken heart fill this empty room. Close my eyes and try to see your face as I'm clinging to the fading trace of your perfume. Wish I could make myself believe everything that you told me. Someday, someday, I
WHCD Robin Hood Radio. Once again, our thanks to Willie Hallahan for kicking off the 10 o'clock hour with Sporting a Cause from sportingacause.com. Hey, so we're in the 10 o'clock hour here on Sunday in the Country, and that means we still have some time left for you to get out to the pancake breakfast. These are the final pancake breakfasts of the pancake breakfast season for both these locations. Post 178 in Millerton, New York, the American Legion Post, is having their final pancake breakfast today. It runs until 11 o'clock this morning. It includes pancakes, French toast, syrup, sausage, bacon, eggs, home fries, toast, coffee, hot chocolate, and tea. You can eat there or take it with you. $8 for adults, $6 for children, 12 and under, and seniors. And then the VFW Post in Dover Plains. The Veterans of Foreign Wars Auxiliary Harlem Valley Post 5444 holds their final pancake breakfast of the season this morning. It goes to 11 o'clock at the post on Route 22. $8 for adults, $7 for seniors, $5 for children, 12 and under. Eggs, pancakes, hash, bacon, sausage, home fries, toast, coffee, and juice. Just a couple of the pancake breakfasts. Wrapping up this pancake breakfast season. Sunday in the Country on Robin Hood Radio.
Well, I'm gonna raise a fuss, I'm gonna raise a holler about working all summer just to try and earn a dollar. Every time I call my baby to try to get a date, my boss says, no dice, son, you gotta work late. Sometimes I wonder what I'm gonna do, cause there ain't no cure for the summertime blues. Well, my mom and papa told me, son, you gotta make some money. If you wanna use the car to go riding next Sunday. Well, I didn't go to work, told the boss I was sick. Now you can't use a car cause you didn't work a lick. Sometimes I wonder what I'm gonna do, cause there ain't no cure for the summertime blues. I'm gonna take 2 weeks, gonna have a vacation. I'm gonna take my problem to the United Nations. Well, I called my congressman and he said, quote, I'd like to help you, son, but you're too young to vote. Sometimes I wonder what I'm gonna do, cause there ain't no cure for the summertime blues. I'm gonna raise a fuss, I'm gonna raise a holler about working all summer just to try and earn a dollar. Sometimes I wonder what I'm gonna do, cause there ain't no cure for the summertime blues. Yeah, sometimes I wonder what I'm gonna do, cause there ain't no cure for the summertime blues. No, there ain't no cure for the summertime blues.
It's Sunday in the Country. I'm Marshall Miles. Thanks for joining us today. A quick reminder that, we have lots of different programs on Robin Hood Radio, and you can hear them all whenever you want to. How's that possible? It's our on-demand page. That's right. Every show we do is put up on our on-demand page, so you can listen to it anytime. You can subscribe to it, so when a new one comes up, you can hear it. How can you do that? Very, very simply. You can go to our website, robinhoodradio.com, and click on on demand. And there you go. All the shows are listed right there. You pick out the shows you want to listen to. You can subscribe to them right from our own page or else from iTunes as well. So it's all there for you. You can have Robin Hood Radio on demand, the shows you want when you want them, by going to robinhoodradio.com and clicking on Demand. Underwriting support from the Hotchkiss School in Lakeville, Connecticut, striving to develop students at a lifelong love of learning, responsible citizenship, and personal integrity. Hotchkiss.org. Hilton Hunt Salon and Spa, offering you the finest in salon and spa services, hair care, skin care, and nail care. 518-789-9390, HiltonHuntSalon.com.
Hi, this is Jonathan B. from Hunter B. in Millerton, New York, and we support our local NPR station, WHDD.
To show your support for the nation's smallest NPR affiliate, you can do it one of three ways. You can go online, robinhoodradio.com, click on Make a Donation. You can mail a check, address it to WHCD 67 Main Street, Sharon, Connecticut, 06069. Make the check payable to Tri-State Public Communications. Or you can phone in a credit card request at 860-364-4640.
I paint my lips red, I turn my own head. Don't need nobody's help, zipping in my own dress. Pay my own tab with my own cash, unattached. Sometimes the word alone sounds like a sad song, but why's it gotta be? 'Cause what I really need is a reset and a deep breath. Yeah, I think it's time to take a heartbreak out late. Solo on a Saturday night, going out without a plus one. I'm done falling over pickup lines. I'm single for the summer, I won't rebound. One lover to another, or be tied down to. I'm sleeping like a queen in the California king I'm in. I think it's time to take a heartbreak. I think it's time to take a heartbreak. It's just a little phase, give me a little space. You might see through it, but I'm putting on a poker face. Giving love a rest between my ex and my next. I think it's time to take a heartbreak out late. Solo on a Saturday night, going out without a plus one. I'm done falling over pickup lines. I'm single for the summer, I won't rebound. One lover to another, or be tied down to. I'm sleeping like a queen in the California king I'm in. I think it's time to take a heartbreak. I think it's time to take a heartbreak. Love, I'm over you, and it's long overdue. I think it's time to take a heartbreak. I think it's time to take a heartbreak. Oh, I think it's time to take a heartbreak out late. Solo on a Saturday night, going out without a plus one. I'm done falling over pickup lines. I'm single for the summer, I won't rebound. One lover to another, or be tied down to. I'm sleeping like a queen in the California king I'm in. I think it's time to take a heartbreak. I think it's time to take a
Everybody needs a little heartbreak in their life. No, you don't. No. That's a Lady Antebellum. Good morning. It's a Sunday in the country. We talked about the pancake breakfast last time. How about the 4th annual Tri-State Mini Maker Fair going on today at the Hotchkiss School? That's right. It started at 10 o'clock and goes till 3 o'clock inside and outside of the Griswold Whitney Science Building. It's accessible and open to all ages and all abilities. More information can be found at tristate.makerfair.com on the web. And let's not forget about the Big Spring Splash going on today, the 15th annual at the Town Grove in Lakeville, Connecticut, to benefit the Jane Lloyd Fund and Housatonic Valley Regional High School FFA John Rice Scholarship Fund. Registration is at 12 noon. More information is available at the Jane Lloyd Fund website, thejanelloydfund.org, thejanelloydfund.org. We're going to be here till 12 noon, as a matter of fact. Marshall in the air chair. We hope that you enjoy what we do on Sundays, but you can also catch me, Jill Goodman, and all our friends Monday through Friday on, of course, The Breakfast Club, 6 till 9. And you can get us on Facebook Live in between 6 and 7 every one of those mornings. All right, we continue on. Robin Hood Radio and the Robin Hood Radio Network. John Michael Montgomery.
I like the feel of your name on my lips, and I like the sound of your sweet, gentle kiss, and the way that your fingers run through my hair, and how your scent lingers even when you're not there. And I like the way your eyes dance when you laugh, and how you enjoy your 2-hour bath, and how you convince me to dance in the rain, with everyone watching like we were insane. But I love the way you love me. Strong and wild, slow and easy, heart and soul, so completely. I love the way you love me. I like to imitate old Jerry Lee and watch you roll your eyes when I'm slightly off key. And I like the innocent way that you cry at sappy old movies you've seen hundreds of times. But I love the way you love me. Strong and wild, slow and easy, heart and soul, so completely. I love the way you love me. And I could list a million things I love to like about you, but they all come down to one reason: I could never live without you. I love the way you love me. Strong and wild, slow and easy, heart and soul, so completely. I love the way you love me. Oh baby, I love the way you love me.
It's Sunday in the Country. I'm Marshall Miles. Good morning. Thanks for joining us. Lots of great music on the way and lots of great features also coming up. But a reminder, though, you can find me You can find Jill Goodman and a whole bunch of other people Monday through Friday on, that's right, The Breakfast Club. We are on from 6 till 9 o'clock in the morning. 6 to 7 every morning is on Facebook Live. So if you go to Facebook and RobinHoodRadio.com, WHDD, you can find us broadcasting live on Facebook from 6 to 7 every morning, Monday through Friday. And, of course, the last 2 hours of the show, you can get on the radio or on TuneIn as well. So join us. It's a little different than what you hear today. That is The Breakfast Club on Robin Hood Radio, Monday through Friday from 6 till 9. Underwriting support from the Housatonic Child Care Center, Salmon Kill Road, Salisbury, a not-for-profit full-time facility providing play-based learning and school preparation for children ages 12 weeks to 5 years, providing a comfortable atmosphere for children to learn and grow. 860-435-9694, HousatonicChildcare.org. 31 past the hour on WHTD.
Here's your Robin Hood Radio Tri-State forecast. Today, we'll have sunshine, then more afternoon clouds, but mild, highs about 70, and then cloudy tonight with showers developing, lows in the lower 50s, and a mainly cloudy day from Monday, but remaining mild with scattered showers around, highs again near 70. I'm meteorologist Anthony J. for Robin Hood Radio.
46 degrees on the green in Sharon.
Stray wood and a mama cries that baby won't be coming home tonight. Signs screaming down the avenue, just another story on the evening news. Oh, politics and prejudice, how the hell did it ever come to this? When everybody's gotta pick a side, it don't matter if you're wrong or right. Oh, so it goes, but I hold on to hope and I won't let go. 'Cause I believe you and me are sisters and brothers, and I believe we're meant to be here for each other. We'll never fall, but walk hand in hand for the world that seems broken together again. Yeah, I believe in the end, love wins. Sometimes it takes a lot of faith to keep believing there will come a day. The tears in the sadness, the pain in the hate, struggle, the madness will all fade away. Yeah, I believe you and me are sisters and brothers, and I believe we're meant to be here for each other. We'll never fall, but walk hand in hand, but
Hey, good morning, everybody. Just a reminder, those pancake breakfasts going on in both Millerton and Dover Plains. Final ones of the season. They're going to wrap up at 11 o'clock in both Millerton and Dover Plains. So get out there and get your breakfast.
She used to cry when I come home late. She couldn't buy the lies I told. All she wanted was to be needed, someone that she could call her own. Well, love I know I took for granted until she walked out of my door. Too little, too late to say I'm sorry, 'cause she's not crying anymore. She's not crying anymore, and she ain't lonely any longer. There's a smile upon her face, a new love takes my place. She's not crying anymore. She's picked herself up off the ground. I wasn't there when I was needed, but I was there to let her down. Sometimes you know I feel so faded. If I knew then what I know now, another tear would never fall, 'cause I'd give all of my all if we could work things out somehow. But she's not crying anymore, and she ain't lonely any longer. There's a smile upon her face, a new love takes my place. She's not crying anymore. She's not crying anymore. She ain't lonely any longer. There's a smile upon her face, a new love takes my place. She's not crying anymore. There's a smile upon her face, a new love takes my place. She's not crying anymore.
Marshall Miles along with you here on Robert Hood Radio. And did you know, listeners out there, that you can find Robert Hood Radio on the Robert Hood Radio Network throughout the tri-state region? That's right. We're on so many different radio stations on our network that you can get us whether you're in Massachusetts, New York, or Connecticut. In Connecticut, listen to WHDD AM 1020 or FM 91.9. Now, when you're in South County, Massachusetts, you can listen to WBSL FM 91.7. Now, when you're in New York State, adjacent Eastern New York, very close to us, well, then you listen to, of course, WHD FM 91.9. But also, if you live in New York and you travel in New York and you're in Columbia County, Southern Greene County, Northern Dutchess County, Eastern Ulster, Eastern Windham counties in New York, well, you can listen to us on WLHV FM 88.1. And this is the special bonus. For you folks that live on the Route 22 corridor from north of Millerton down to Pauling, and for you folks that listen to us and want to listen to us from Mohawk Mountain Ski Area down Route 7 to Kent, a brand new frequency, 97.5 FM. So we've got you covered. They're all great frequencies. They're all crystal clear, and you can carry us throughout the tri-state region here at Robin Hood Radio. Programming and underwriting support for Robin Hood Radio from Oblong Books and Music. Two convenient locations, 26 Main Street, Millerton, and Montgomery Row in Rhinebeck, New York. 518-789-3797 or 845-876-0500. On the web, oblongbooks.com. The Robin Hood Radio Network. You might say to yourself, what is the Robin Hood Radio Network? Well, it's a combination of radio stations put together so everybody in the tri-state area can listen to Robin Hood Radio, which is WHDD, AM 1020 and FM 91.9, the smallest NPR station in the nation. In Northwest Connecticut, of course, AM 1020 and also FM 91.9. In the South County area of Massachusetts, AM 1020 WHDD and WBSL FM 91.7. Now, when you travel the Route 7 corridor from Mohawk Mountain down to Kent, Connecticut, you can listen to Robin Hood Radio on FM 97.5 FM. And when you travel the Route 22 corridor from Millerton, New York down to Pauling, well, then it's FM 97.5 FM once again for WHDD. In New York State, Eastern Ulster, Eastern Windham County, it's WLHV FM 88.1. In South Greene County, in all of Columbia County, and Northern Dutchess County, it's WLHV FM 88.1. There you go. That's the course, that's the primer, that's the information. Robin Hood Radio is on the Robin Hood Radio Network, and the Robin Hood Radio Network can be heard throughout the tri-state region in New York, Connecticut, and Massachusetts.
His name was Steve, her name was Gina.
You've never been here before, have you?
They met at a bar called the Cabo Wabo Cantina. He was an insurance salesman from South Dakota. She was a first grade school teacher, Phoenix, Arizona. It started dancing and it got real hot. Then it spilled over to the parking lot. One more tequila, they were falling in love. One more's never enough. Don't bite off more than you can chew. This thing's down here, the devil himself wouldn't do. Just remember when you let it all go, what happens down in Mexico stays in Mexico. He woke up in the morning and he made a little telephone call to check on his wife and his kids back at home in Sioux Falls.
Hey, babe, everything okay?
She hopped right in the shower with a heavy, heavy mind. He knew it was the first time Gene had ever crossed that line. They walked down to the beach and started drinking again. Jumped into the ocean for a dirty swim. One more margarita, they were falling in love. They wanted more, so never enough. Don't bite off more than you can chew. This thing's down here, the devil himself wouldn't do. Just remember when you let it all go, what happens down in Mexico stays in Mexico. Oh, Mexico. Waiting at the bar at the terminal gate, she said, Steve, I gotta go, I'm gonna miss my plane. He said, one more tequila for you, climb on up. She said, one more to never enough. Don't bite off more than you can chew. This
Good morning, everybody. You've got a few minutes, if you're speedy, to get out to the final pancake breakfast of the season in Millerton and in Dover Plains, the Route 44 location for, of course, Legion Post 178 in Millerton. That breakfast wraps up at 11 o'clock this morning, just about 15 minutes from now. And the pancake breakfast at Post 5444, Dover Plains on Route 22, wraps up at 11 o'clock as well this morning. So you want to support both those organizations. You still have a few minutes to get out there and support them. And don't forget, we've got the Spring Splash coming up at the Town Grove at noontime registration today.
Well, I'll never forget the first time that I heard that pretty mouth say that dirty word. And I can't even remember now what she backed my truck into. But she covered her mouth and her face got red, and she just looked so darn cute that I couldn't even act like I was mad. Yeah, I live for little moments like that. That's like just last year on my birthday. She lost all track of time and burnt the cake. And every smoke detector in the house was going off. And she was just about to cry until I took her in my arms. And I tried not to let her see me laugh. Yeah, I live for little moments like that. I know she's not perfect, but she tries so hard for me, and I thank God that she isn't, 'cause how boring would that be? It's the little imperfections, it's a sudden change in plans, when she misreads the directions, and we're lost but holding hands. Yeah, I live for little moments like that. Sofa in the dark, and about the time she falls asleep, so does my right arm. And I want so bad to move it, 'cause it's tingling and it's numb. But she looks so much like an angel that I don't want to wake her up. Yeah, I live for little moments when she steals my heart again and doesn't. Yeah, I live for little moments like that.
Hey, it's Marshall Miles. Thanks for joining us on Sunday of the Country here on Robin Hood Radio, on the Robin Hood Radio Network. If you've got an event coming up and you'd like to publicize it, we'd like to help you out, especially if you're a nonprofit throughout the whole tri-state region. What do? We've got two choices. A, robinhoodradio.com. You go there, you click on Contact Us, and then submit PSA, fill out the form, and click Submit. Or you can download our app. That's right, we've got a beautiful app for your smartphone, whether it's an Android or an iPhone. You can go to robinhoodradio.com on your smartphone by going to your web browser on your smartphone, go to robinhoodradio.com, click on the download our Robin Hood Radio app. And at that app, not only can you see and experience what public service announcements there are in the area, you can download your own and it'll go right to us. Plus, there's lots of other great things there as well. So let's remember, the Robin Hood Radio app is available at robinhoodradio.com. Underwriting support from Mises Pizza, located in the heart of beautiful Lakeville, Connecticut, with New York-style thin crust pizza, delicious pasta, entrees, and much, much more. Ethan Allen Street, 860-435-6266, Mises.com. And the Sharon Country Inn, located at the intersection of Calkinstown Road and Route 41 in Sharon, nationally recommended by TripAdvisor, SharonCountryInn.com. Robin Hood Radio, slightly off, but very good, and uniquely qualified to serve residents from the Catskill Mountains to the Mid-Hudson Valley to adjacent eastern New York, to the Berkshires in Massachusetts, the Litchfield Hills in Connecticut, with our Locavore programming and National Public Radio programming, and no pledge drive. FM 91.9 and AM 1020, WHDD Sharon, WLHV FM 88.1 Annandale on Hudson, and WBSL FM 91.7 Sheffield. 51 minutes past the hour.
Here's your Robin Hood Radio Tri-State forecast. Today, we'll have sunshine, then more afternoon clouds, but mild, highs about 70, and then cloudy tonight with showers developing, lows in the lower 50s, and a mainly cloudy day from Monday, but remaining mild with scattered showers around, highs again near 70. I'm meteorologist Anthony J. for Robin Hood Radio.
46 degrees on the green in Sharon.
Dancing where the stars go blue, dancing where the evening fell, dancing in my wooden shoes, in a wedding gown.
Dancing out on 7th Street, dancing through the underground, dancing little marionette. Are you happy now? Yeah. Where do you go when you're lonely?
Where do you go when you're blue?
Where do you go when you're lonely? I follow you. When the stars go blue, when the stars go blue, laughing with your pretty mouth, laughing with your broken eyes, laughing with your lover's song in a lullaby. Yeah. Where do you go when you're lonely? Where do you go when you're blue? Where do you go when you're lonely? I follow you. Yeah, yeah. Where do you go when you're lonely? Where do you go when you're blue? Where do you go when you're lonely? I follow you, follow you. Yeah, when the stars go blue, when the stars go blue, when the stars go blue, when the stars go blue. Where do you go when you're lonely? Where do you go when the stars go blue?
Hard to believe we are through 2 hours, well, almost through 2 hours of Sunday in the Country this morning. We went from snow the other day to a kind of nice day on Saturday. It's still okay, better than snow today. We're going to have a lot more to do in the next hour here on Robin Hood Radio. A reminder that registration for the 15th annual Spring Splash to benefit the Jane Lloyd Fund and the FFA John Rice Scholarship Fund happens today. Town Grove and Lakeville registration is at 12 noon today. Get ready, get set, go. Ah, yes. The brave of heart raising funds. It's always great to see. Good morning. It's Robin Hood Radio.
Nights like these were made for love, with a blue moon shining above, and I get lost in your eyes and thrilled at your touch. Nights like these were made for love. Nights like these were made for love. With the stillness in the air, our hearts soar like doves, and you know just what to do. That makes me feel so much. Nights like these were made for love. Look at the stars, aren't they like diamonds in the dust? The world in all its glory shine down on us, baby, baby, baby. Nights like these were made for love, with a blue moon shining above, and I get lost in your eyes, thrilled at your touch. Nights like these were made for love, made for love, made for love, made for love.
Robin Hood Radio is WHDD AM and FM Sharon, WBSL FM Sheffield, and WLHV FM Annandale on Hudson.
Excuse me, what's your name?
My name is Robin Hood Radio.
And what do you think you're doing?
I'm taking back the airwaves. What do you think I'm doing?
Well, why are you taking back the airwaves?
Well, somebody has to do it.
So how can I help?
Well, all you do is turn on, tune in, and drop out. Robin Hood Radio, taking back the airwaves just for you.
The smallest NPR station in the nation.
It's 59 past the hour. Underwriting support from Associated Lightning Rod, Route 22 in Millerton, installing lightning protection for homes and businesses for well over 50 years. 518-789-4603, ALRCI.com on the web. Sagala Turnkey Housing, Route 7 in Canaan, an authorized independent builder for Westchester Modular Homes, 860-824-0019, Sagalas.com. Roaring Oaks Florist in Lakeville, Connecticut, unique designs with personal attention, RoaringOaksFlorist.com. Dave's TV, Route 44 in Millerton, New York, everything for home entertainment, video, audio, satellite TV, 518-789-3881, davestv.net. McEnroe Organic Farm Market, Route 22 in Millerton, open year-round, 7 days a week, 518-789-4191, McEnroeOrganicFarm.com. Northeast Muffler, Route 22 in Millerton, New York, 518-789-3669. On Facebook, Northeast Muffler.
little Beamer with the rack top down, sitting in the drive, but she wouldn't get out. The dogs were all barking and wagging around, and I just laughed and said, y'all get in. She had on a new dress and she curled her hair. She was looking too good not to go somewhere. Said, what you wanna do, baby, I don't care. We can go to the show or we can stay out here, and I can take you for a ride on my big green tractor. We can go slow, or we can go faster, down through the woods and out to the pasture. As long as I'm with you, it really don't matter. Climb up in my lap, drive if you want to. Girl, you know you got me to hold on to. We can go to town, but baby, if you'd rather, I'll take you for a ride on my big green tractor. Said we can fire it up and I can show you around. Sit up on the hill and watch the sun go down. When the fireflies are dancing and the moon comes out, we can turn on the lights and head back to the house. Or we can take another ride on the big green tractor. We can go slow, or we can go faster, down through the woods and out to the pasture. As long as I'm with you, it really don't matter. Climb up in my lap and drive if you want to. Girl, you know you got me to hold on to. We can go to town, but baby, if you'd rather, I'll take you for a ride on my big green tractor. Just let me dust off the seat. Put your pretty little arms around me. Hell climb up in my lap and drive if you want to. Girl, you know you got me to hold on to. We can go to town, but baby, if you'd rather, I'll take you for a ride on my big green tractor. Oh, yeah. We can go to town, or we can go another round on my big green tractor.
We are off and running with the final hour of Sunday in the Country. Marshall Miles with your reminder. The 4th annual Tri-State Mini Maker Fair is underway as we speak right now today. It's at the Hotchkiss School. It happens today until 3 o'clock, both inside and outside of the Griswold Whitney Science Building. Now, this fair is accessible to everybody of all ages and abilities. If you want to find out what it's about before you head out there, you can go to tristate.makerfair.com on the web, and you can find out what it's all about. But they're fun. You'll have fun if you head out there. Now, today also, it's the 15th annual Spring Splash going on at the Town Grove in Lakeville, Connecticut. It benefits the Jane Lloyd Fund and Housatonic Valley Regional High School FFA John Rice Scholarship Fund. You still can go and jump into water if you want. Registration begins at 12 noon at the Town Grove in Lakeville, Connecticut. Once again, more information is available on the web at thejanelloydfund.org. And also today is really the kickoff to National Library Week in Kent at the Kent Library from 3 till 5 today. They've got Health and Creativity, a 2-hour workshop giving insights into perspectives that health is more than just the absence of illness. All right, that is going on today at the Kent Memorial Library. Tomorrow, it's the wrap-up of their big Peep contest, and that starts at 6:30 in the evening at the Kent Memorial Library tomorrow. Here's Alan Jackson on Robin Hood Radio.
Where were you when the world stopped turning on on that September day? Were you in the yard with your wife and children, or working on some stage in L.A.? Did you stand there in shock at the sight of that black smoke rising against that blue sky? Did you shout out in anger and fear for your neighbor, or did you just sit down and cry? Did you weep for the children who lost their dear loved ones? Pray for the ones who don't know? Did you rejoice for the people who walked from the rubble and sob for the ones left below? Did you burst out with pride for the red, white, and blue, and the heroes who died just doing what they do? Did you look up to heaven for some kind of answer, and look at yourself and what really matters? I'm just a singer of simple songs. I'm not a real political man. I watch CNN, but I'm not sure I can tell you the difference in Iraq and Iran. But I know Jesus and I talk to God, and I remember this from when I was young. Faith, hope, and love are some good things He gave us, and the greatest is love. Where were you when the world stopped turning on that September day? Teaching a class full of innocent children, or driving down some cold interstate? Did you feel guilty cause you're a survivor? In a crowded room, did you feel alone? Did you call up your mother and tell her you loved her? Did you dust off that Bible at home? Did you open your eyes and hope it never happened? Close your eyes and not go to sleep? Did you notice the sunset the first time in ages, and speak to some stranger on the street? Did you lay down at night, think of tomorrow, go out and buy you a gun? Did you turn off that violent old movie you're watching and turn on I Love Lucy reruns? Did you go to a church and hold hands with some strangers, stand in line and give your own blood? Did you just stay home and cling tight to your family? Thank God you had somebody to love. I'm just a singer of simple songs. I'm not a real political man. I watch CNN, but I'm not sure I can tell you the difference in Iraq and Iran. But I know Jesus and I talk to God, and I remember this from when I was young. Faith, hope, and love are some good things He gave us, and the greatest is love. I'm just a singer of simple songs. I'm not a real political man. I watch CNN, but I'm not sure I can tell you the difference in Iraq and Iran. But I know Jesus and I talk to God, and I remember this from when I was young. Faith, hope, and love are some good things He gave us, and the greatest is love. And the greatest is love. And the greatest is love. Where were you when the world stopped turning on that September day?
It's Sunday in the Country. I'm Marshall Miles. Thanks for joining us today. A quick reminder that, we have lots of different programs on Robin Hood Radio, and you can hear them all whenever you want to. How's that possible? It's our on-demand page. That's right. Every show we do is put up on our on-demand page. So you can listen to it anytime. You can subscribe to it, so when a new one comes up, you can hear it. How can you do that? Very, very simply. You can go to our website, robinhoodradio.com, and click on Demand, and there you go. All the shows are listed right there. You pick out the shows you want to listen to. You can subscribe to them right from our own page or else from iTunes as well. So it's all there for you. You can have Robin Hood Radio on demand, the shows you want when you want them, by going to robinhoodradio.com and clicking on Demand. Underwriting support from Noble Horizons, a nonprofit residential senior living community with short-term and outpatient rehabilitation services featuring skilled nursing and a memory care component. Noble celebrating over 45 years of serving the tri-state area from its 110-acre campus in Salisbury. On the web, noblehorizons.org.
Hi, I'm Eric from Misa's Pizza Lakeville, and I support our local NPR radio station, WHDD.
To show your support for the nation's smallest NPR affiliate, you can do it one of three ways. You can go online, robinhoodradio.com, click on Make a Donation. You can mail a check, address it to WHCD 67 Main Street, Sharon, Connecticut, 06069. Make the check payable to Tri-State Public Communications. Or you can phone in a credit card request at 860-364-4640. It's Sunday in the Country. I'm Marshall Miles. Good morning. Thanks for joining us. Lots of great music on the way and lots of great features also coming up. But a reminder, though, you can find me, you can find Jill Goodman and a whole bunch of other people Monday through Friday on, that's right, The Breakfast Club. We are on from 6 till 9 o'clock in the morning. 6 to 7 every morning is on Facebook Live. So if you go to Facebook and robinhoodradio.com, WHDD, you can find us broadcasting live on Facebook from 6 to 7 every morning, Monday through Friday. And, of course, the last 2 hours of the show you can get on the radio or on TuneIn as well. So join us. It's a little different than what you hear today. That is The Breakfast Club on Robin Hood Radio, Monday through Friday from 6 till 9. Underwriting support from Carl Marshall at Sharon Optical, 26 Hospital Hill Road, Sharon, 860-364-0878. The Sharon Pharmacy and the Sharon Shopping Center, everything from A to Z, groceries to prescriptions, 2 generations of the Hecox family serving you. The Sharon Pharmacy located in the Sharon Shopping Center. 15 past the hour on WHDD.
Here's your Robin Hood Radio Tri-State forecast. Today, we'll have sunshine, then more afternoon clouds, but mild, highs about 70, and then cloudy tonight with showers developing, lows in the lower 50s, and a mainly cloudy day from Monday, but remaining mild with scattered showers around, highs again near 70. I'm meteorologist Anthony J. for Robin Hood Radio.
It's 54 degrees.
My fondest memories didn't happen on sunny days, 'cause when that summer sun was a-beating down, it was all work and no play. Now, Daddy wasn't the only one who used to pray for rain. When the smell of a storm would fill the air, I'd put that farm in my rearview mirror as the rain soaked the ground. It was too wet to plow. I drive down that muddy road, wipers barely keeping up. She'd be waiting on the front porch, watching for my truck. We'd head for that old boxcar, abandoned on the tracks. While they were riding out the weather back on the farm, there we were together on a bed of straw, breaking new ground. It was too wet to plow. And with the rhythm of the sound of the rain that was pounding on that big steel door, 2 lovers in the dark were learning by heart what rainy days are for. Now when I hear thunder, I still wonder what she thinks about when it's too wet to plow. The strangest thing happened to me just the other day. I saw a storm front moving in when my telephone rang. On the other end of the line was a voice I'd heard before. She said, if you want to know who this is talking, meet me down by the railroad crossing, baby, look at those clouds. Oh, it's too wet to plow. And with the rhythm of the sound of the rain that was pounding on that big steel door, 2 lovers in the dark were learning by heart what rainy days are for. Now when I hear thunder, I don't have to wonder what she thinks about when it's too wet to plow. Now when I hear thunder, I don't have to wonder what she thinks about when it's too wet to plow. Too wet to plow.
Dusty Drake on Robin Hood Radio on WHDD. And good morning, everybody. If you still haven't got your plans all hunkered down for the day, this is a lot of fun, and it's the Mini Maker Fair, the 4th annual Tri-State Mini Maker Fair, being held at the Hotchkiss School today. It's on right now, runs till 3 o'clock, both inside and outside the Griswold Whitney Science Building. It's accessible and open to everybody. It doesn't matter what age or abilities you have. These are very, very fun. They're great from kids of 5 to 10 years old to kids of 95 years old. It's The first one I went to was a couple of years ago. I've been to a couple of them. It's really pretty amazing. The Mini Maker Fair going on today at a Hotchkiss School outside and inside the Griswold Whitney Science Building goes on until 3 o'clock this afternoon at the Hotchkiss School. All right? All right. Let's continue on with the music now on Robin Hood Radio.
Wanna tell you a story, every word is true. Well, I was born across the river in the mountains where I call home. Lord, times are good there. I don't know why I ever roam. Oh, Tennessee River. Oh, the Tennessee River and its mountain home. But I'm going back, leaving today, far my homeland, so far away. Driving down to Dixie, wasting no time, back to the good life I left behind. Going to the river with my fishing line. I'm on Lookout Mountain about supper time. together anytime we can. Old Tennessee River and a mountain man. We play together, Mother Nature's band. Do it.
I have the pleasure of sitting with Brian Bartram, who is the transfer station manager. That is the Salisbury Sharon transfer station. And Brian, you've got quite a lot of information here for me. I don't know how much we're going to be able to cover today, but welcome to Out and About and Robin Hood Radio.
Welcome, Gene. Thank you, everybody.
Excellent. If I may, I'd like to begin by reading this letter that you want all residents of Salisbury and Sharon who actively participate with their recyclables and trash, etc., into the transfer station. So let's start there. Dear residents and businesses, as you may have seen in local newspapers, there are some new requirements that make solid waste disposal more challenging and expensive. Point number 1, the state is now requiring more recycling and less solid waste. Point number 2, the plant in Hartford where we send our waste has just increased our price to deliver by 15%. Many of you are already very conscientious about recycling, and for that we thank you. Some residents and businesses have room to improve their separation of recyclables from their garbage. The staff at the transfer station has been asked to increase their inspection of garbage for recyclable materials that have not been separated from the garbage. When observed, a warning letter can be mailed to the customer. Future incidents may include fines as allowed by town ordinances. We regret the need to take these steps, but the issues of solid waste management are a global problem with few immediate solutions. Thank you for your continuing cooperation to help save our planet and reduce the burden on the tax base. This is signed sincerely Curtis Rand, First Selectman of Salisbury, Brent Colley, First Selectman of Sharon, and Brian Bartram, the Transfer Station Manager. So that is current, and we got through that, and then you've handed me all sorts of papers,
sorts of goodies.
and goodies and information. So, in a nutshell, okay, I don't even know where to begin with this because this is a lot of information, and I don't want to drag it on too far.
Well, so the biggest impetus to get started with this, I think I used the term perfect storm at one of the selectmen's meeting. The vendor where we take our garbage and our recycling, which is Material Innovations Recycling Authority, out in Hartford. They're the new name for the old Connecticut Resources Recovery Authority. They had a mechanical problem beginning in November for 6 weeks, 2 months, something like that. They were unable to burn the trash, which they do in their facility, and turn it into electricity. Therefore, they had to start finding other options to get it out of the state. There's very little surplus capacity to have garbage in Connecticut go to other local in-state facilities. Everybody's pretty much maxed out. So they had to divert the waste to other states, Pennsylvania, New York, things like that. The problem is that all comes with a high price tag.
Because you're physically moving it, you're transporting it out of Connecticut
because
in very large
you're
trucks.
already receiving it under your normal infrastructure, and you then have to re-truck it out of state.
Okay.
So they have the mechanical repair fee, and they have the actual cost in tip fee and in transportation that was not budgeted in their budget. Therefore, we received a letter, one of the pieces that I handed to you, that the tipping fee, how much we have to pay Mira for every ton of garbage that we drop at the transfer station that we take it to in Torrington, which then reships it to Hartford. April 1st was going from our current $72 a ton up to $81.35. So we're then going to increase again for July 1st up to a total of $83, which is where we get that 15% number. So without increasing the sticker fees, because I don't believe, don't quote me on this, I don't believe that the towns are raising the sticker fee this year, because I believe it was just last year that we raised it to the $100. So if your solid waste disposal line in the budget goes up by 15%, that's again somewhere in the $200,000 range of the budget. So now you're where's that money coming from? The second part of that is Connecticut Department of Environmental and
where is that?
DEEP, which is the new name for, I don't know.
The letters keep changing on all of these
6
things.
years for the old Department of Environmental Protection. Now it is also with Energy.
Yep.
They came out, all 169 CEOs of the towns and cities in Connecticut received a letter from that department. Part of it included is the Municipal Waste Reduction Initiative's compliance plan. So that plan had to be submitted by April 1st, and it is requiring, which is consistent with the state solid waste plan, they want to have municipalities reduce the amount of solid waste, their garbage, basically, by 10% compared to the 2014 kind of as a baseline year. So if a municipality can prove that they are 10% less than the 2014 numbers, then they would be exempt from some of the other things that we're going to talk about shortly. Or if they have a residential garbage disposal weight of less than 500 pounds per person, they would also be considered in compliance. So they would not have to enact the other things.
Forgive me, is that per person or per household?
That was per person.
Per person. So now we get into census numbers, I imagine.
We get into census numbers, but of course the northwest corner does have a large number of part-time residents that come in. So they're not captured on most of the census data.
Right.
So if they're here 30% of the time, but they're not included in the numbers to be able to spread that weight across, it wouldn't be an accurate representation.
Gotcha.
So as part of the state's Waste Reduction Initiative's compliance thing, if the towns if they are not already considered to be in compliance, either by reducing their garbage by 10% from the 2014 levels, or by being below 500 pounds per person for residential garbage, they have several options. And again, I'm not going to go into all the details. It's a whole page of different options.
So I see that there are two tiers. Tier 1 has 3 options, all of which are pretty complicated, and Tier 2 has 7.
So basically, the Tier 1, you'd have to choose one of the options from Tier 1. So basically, you could do a curbside pay-as-you-throw program. Well, we have some subscription service, but most people in Salisbury and Sharon have their stuff take their stuff to the transfer station themselves. You could also do a curbside residential food collection program. Again, most of our people go to the transfer station, they don't have it done curbside. The third option under Tier 1 would be to have a transfer station pay-as-you-throw program, where you're going to pay by the bag, is basically what that would be. For Tier 2, what you could do is you could have, and in Tier 2 you would have to do 4 of the following. You would have to have a transfer station-based residential food scrap collection program, or you would have to have a curbside textile collection. Of course, at the transfer station, we already have 4 collection boxes for clothing and textiles.
You're ahead of a lot of this. Our transfer station.
I believe we are on
We're
the.
not cutting
yes.
edge. I'm not going to say that, but we do really well here.
We do very well.
And we
Absolutely.
do good. We do whatever, it's positive. We've made an impact.
And by we, that's the businesses and the residents.
Right.
Absolutely.
And you, the staff at the transfer station, you keep
Absolutely.
us all in line.
Adoption and enforcement of the What's In, What's Out program, and we'll go into that very, very shortly. Implementation or expansion of extended producer responsibility programs. So those are the paint take-back program that we participate in, the mattress take-back that we participate in, and the electronic waste take-back that we already do.
Yes, all of that is separated out into. I'm imagining that some of our listeners, Brian, have a Welsh or a Richard Ralph or another company come and get their garbage and have never laid eyes on the transfer station. All of these things get separated out. There's a mattress area, there's an electronics area, the clothing bins, and so forth.
Yes.
Everything is. No two
There's
things
something
are
like
alike.
18 different places to put
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
Absolutely. And the last of the list is residential year-round curbside yard waste collection programs. So once again, the small towns, many small towns, do not have curbside collection. Some towns do pick up brush, curbside. Salisbury and Sharon do not. So that leaves you with a very unappealing list of things to have to do. Again, out of the Tier 2 options, we already do textile collection. We already do the extended producer responsibility, the paint, mattress, and electronics program. So we're already 100% there with those 2 out of 4. What we've done is we've printed up part of Connecticut's Recycle CT Foundation. They came up with a What's In, What's Out guide to recycling. Now, the biggest problem that I know right now is confusing for many people because the flyer that I had printed up, it doesn't describe that what this really is about is your items that would go into the recycling bin in terms of your single stream or mixed recycling, whatever you want to call it. Basically, your bottles, cans, paper, and cardboard. So the setup was really designed not for transfer stations, but for curbside people. So if you imagine that you're in the city or the suburbs and you're going to wheel out your garbage cart and your recycling cart, that's what this What's In, What's Out is very, very good at.
I see.
In a nutshell, the only changes really from our previous operating way is that there are a few things that are allowed into the recycling bin now, the single stream recycling, as part of a harmonization across Connecticut of what the different recycling plants will accept. So one of the biggest things that people are shocked at is shredded paper is no longer allowed to go in with your recycling. Unfortunately, at this time, it needs to go in with your garbage. Just as a quick note, there's 2 real reasons for that. When it gets to the facility in Hartford, one of the first things that happens is there's a grate that's about 2 inches by 2 inches, and anything smaller than that falls down into the grates and goes down with the broken glass, because they try to get the glass off the line very quickly so it's safer for the employees there. But in an email to Tom Gaffey, who's the director of recycling at Mira, their biggest concern is a fire hazard, because by the time the shredded paper gets to the facility in Hartford, it's already out of the paper bag, it's already out of the loose, if it was just dumped in loose, it's all going to be airborne, and all the paper dust creates a fire hazard as it gets on all of their electrical motors.
Wow.
So that's the biggest reason for the shredded paper. However, they will accept pizza boxes now. Again,
there's a trade-off.
If your pizza box is filthy with cheese and grease, I would still say at least the bottom of it, still throw it out. The top, or if there's an insert and it's dirty, throw the insert in the garbage. The rest of the box can go in with the recycling.
So while we're on food, while we're on the pizza box.
Yes.
Carry out, take out leftover containers when we come to restaurants.
If they are made out of aluminum, that's fine.
That's still going single
Yep,
stream.
that's still going in the single stream.
And the plastic lid?
And the plastic lid is okay.
Okay.
If it's a plastic, what they call a clamshell type, where it's the see-through plastic, it's probably marked with a number 1. That is okay. Again, as long as they're rinsed out, just so that there's not food in it. However, the paper, imagine you're going to a Chinese restaurant and you have your rice or whatever in those takeout type containers. Those are not recyclable because to keep it waterproof, they have additives in that paper, so it's not helpful when they try to recycle it into new paper.
Okay. Another foil, the aluminum containers that often have the plastic lid. Some of them also have a cardboard on one side, foil on the other lid.
That piece would be garbage.
That would be garbage.
Correct.
Okay. And then the new takeout containers that we're starting to see that look, they're cardboard clamshell style, and they seem to be treated with something. They're reinforced so that they don't leak.
If they're waterproof, water resistant, then I would say they would go in the garbage.
Okay.
If it's just a paper, a holder for your soda or for your coffee type thing, when you pick it up, it holds 4 cups, those are fine. Those can be recycled.
Let's talk about coffee cups and lids.
Coffee cups and lids are, well, the lids themselves, if they're large enough, could go in by themselves as a plastic lid. However, the coffee cup itself, especially styrofoam, but the treated paper coffee cups are not recyclable. Again, they've been treated with a
waterproofing agent.
Exactly, so that your coffee doesn't seep through into your hand.
And then other beverage containers. So if I go to Dunkin' Donuts and I get an iced coffee with a lid and a straw.
Well, the straw would go in the garbage, and you'd empty the ice out, and then the cup, the plastic cup, and the plastic lid could all be recycled.
Okay, so back in the day, probably 2014, all of these items that we just talked about had numbers inside a recycled triangle somewhere on the container, and that was how we determined. It was 1 through 7, I think.
It is 1 through 7, and actually it was many years working at the transfer station before I was attending a workshop, and somebody finally explained the numbers within the triangle are not designed for the resident. They're designed for the industry. So what each of those numbers is it's based, just to keep it simple, it's the polymer group that it is. So number 1 is a polypropylene.
Okay.
No, sorry. Number 1 is peat. Sorry about that, everybody. Number 2 is high density polyethylene. So each number has a thing, and that's more for an industry use.
But I thought that was a nice system.
Well, it is, but just because it's a number 2, for example, doesn't mean that you can recycle it, because motor oil comes in a number 2.
Oh, that's sneaky.
So again, it's not designed to tell you that it's recyclable or what it's contained. So the example that the speaker gave at that is, yes, I understand that number 2s are generally recyclable, but consider it a family, and then consider, well, do you have someone in your family that you don't really want coming over for Thanksgiving? So it's part of your family, but you don't really want it in that tight little group.
Fascinating.
So once they said that, it was kind of an eye-opener, and it was a neat thing to be able to explain it to residents that way.
Yeah, because we've all got that one uncle. Pull this back together with the perfect storm. We read your letter to residents and businesses, and you talked about a perfect storm and how all of this was
with the cost increase, and then the DEEP, again with their waste reduction initiatives. April 1st, I submitted our plan for the 2 towns to DEEP. I have not yet heard back whether they're going to accept the assumptions that are made, because again, we don't track how much garbage is generated residentially versus commercially or institutionally. So I had to use some statewide averages on that. And we don't have an actual exact census number. Well, we have an exact census number, but it doesn't
It
include
doesn't reflect what goes on around
many
here.
of the part-time residents.
Right.
So I spoke to both assessors in Salisbury and Sharon, and we made some assumptions, and that's what we presented. So the report that I sent back in is that we're claiming that we are exempt from those Tier 1 and Tier 2 options. So if DEEP accepts that, that we're under the 500 pounds based on those assumptions, then we would not be obligated to implement one of the Tier 1 or 4 of the Tier 2 options, which in terms of financially, for the towns, for any town, it would be much cheaper to implement a pay-as-you-throw program because there's very little expense to the town to do that. To create a composting program, to create a brush collection program, to do things like that, or to have to do it curbside when the small towns don't necessarily do it curbside, there would be a huge upfront financial cost, either in capital or in program or disposal.
Just getting the word out. I mean, just the mailing alone is
Correct.
is prohibitive.
So, but the part of the reason that the selectmen and I wanted to send the letter out is it's important to get the information out to the residents that I think, again, I can't say that we have dodged this bullet, as it were, yet, but if the garbage continues to go up in weight, at a certain point, or maybe even just down the road, the state's going to say, well, instead of 500 pounds, maybe it has to be 450 pounds, and you'd be exempt. You know, there's nothing to say they might not want to do that. And, you know, I remember several years ago, and then many years ago, almost 20 years ago, most people do not want to have a pay-as-you-throw program, would be my takeaway. So, as of right now, I believe that we've been able to sidestep being required by the department to do that.
Okay, so we're holding them back for now, and we'll definitely do a follow-up interview about this whenever you hear back from DEEP, and so that we know. So this is, I wrote a note here, effective July 1st. That would apply to, I don't know what I wrote that for.
July 1st would be for the Tier 1 and Tier 2 options. They would have to be...
So if we are going to be making commitments to either one Tier 1 or 4 of the Tier 2,
Correct.
which we already have 2 under our belt,
Correct.
you'll see changes at the transfer station by July 1, or notification about them by
Correct.
July 1, and then implementing.
Because time gets short very quickly to try to change and implement programs.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And when you think of the part-time resident, notifying them or their, go spend the weekend in my lake house in Salisbury, or, my mountain house in Sharon, here are the keys. But all of the information there says, here's how you go to the transfer station on Monday or, Sunday morning or whatever. Getting, just that little snippet of the population, which is actually pretty big, getting the word out to the weekender or the weekender guest is tricky.
And the best time to do that is when the new stickers are on sale, because then the paperwork can go out with that.
Yeah, right. Well, Brian, thank you for bringing all of this to our attention.
Can I just go and do another recap on that little handout?
Yes.
Again, it's part of the Recycle CT Foundation. It's the What's In, What's Out Guide to Recycling. And again, the biggest thing, I just basically took their material, which they have for distribution, and had it printed up. So again, it doesn't say single stream on it, it doesn't say curbside recycling, it doesn't say mixed recycling, but when people look at it, they should look at it that this is, assume that you're in the suburbs or in the city and you're taking your recycling cart out to the curb. So again, people used to have blue bins, maybe many still do. What's in is what would go into your blue bin. What's out, you would end up throwing into the garbage. Because again, this program was not designed for transfer stations where we also accept scrap metal, and we accept lumber, and we accept leaves and electronics and everything else that we don't want in the garbage. but it has a separate home somewhere else at the station.
Right. Okay, folks, read through everything that is sent to you or handed to you about this potential change coming our way, but maybe not right away. Does that sound fair?
Absolutely. And of course, you could always email me, transferstation@salisburyct.us. That'll go right into my email inbox, and I'd be happy to do that.
All right, Brian, thank you so much for taking the time today with us to educate the community on everything that's going on at the Salisbury Sharon Transfer Station.
Programming and underwriting support from Berkshire Theater Festival, 6 East Street, Stockbridge, Massachusetts, dedicating to sustaining, promoting, and producing theater for the community through performance and educational activities. 413-298-5576, berkshiretheater.org. Underwriting support from Best & Cavallaro Real Estate, 5 Academy Street, Salisbury, 860-435-2888. On the web, bestandcavallaro.com. Robin Hood Radio, slightly off, but very good, and uniquely qualified to serve residents from the Catskill Mountains to the Mid-Hudson Valley to adjacent eastern New York to the Berkshires in Massachusetts, the Litchfield Hills in Connecticut with our Locavore programming and National Public Radio programming and no pledge drive. If you hear a program that you'd like to help support, well, RobinHoodRadio.com, click on Make a Donation, or you can even donate your used car to the Car Talk Used Car Donation Program at RobinHoodRadio.com. 53 minutes past the hour on Robin Hood Radio.
Here's your Robin Hood Radio Tri-State forecast. Today, we'll have sunshine, then more afternoon clouds, but mild, highs about 70, and then cloudy tonight with showers developing, lows in the lower 50s, and a mainly cloudy day from Monday, but remaining mild with scattered showers around, highs again near 70. I'm meteorologist Anthony J. for Robin Hood Radio.
It's 54 degrees. Tequila is right. Hey, we've got to get out of here. I've got tequila waiting for me. See you next Sunday, right here, from 9 till noon, Sunday in the Country, on Robin Hood Radio.